Video Games Recon.
Hello and welcome. My name is Nate from Video Games Recon, and in this video we're going to be doing a best gun and class setup out of all of the weapons from Advanced Warfare. First off, this is just my humble opinion, and yours may differ. If this is the case, please don't lose your shit. Instead, feel free to have a rational conversation with me and others within the comments section. So, without any further ado, let's do it to it. Okay. So, I'm going to be kind of cheating on this one, because instead of just one best gun, I've decided to do two, as they kind of do different things. One's more of a defensive, well, not defensive, but one's more gung-ho, one's more push forward, and one's more, you know, team deathmatchy, you know, sit back a little bit. So we're going to go with the first one, and this one is probably more suits my playstyle, which is, I would choose this personally as the best gun throughout Advanced Warfare. Most people would probably say that it's going to be my other gun that I'll show you in a second for my second option, but this one seems to suit my playstyle, so personally I prefer the IMR. Right, so first off we've got the IMR, as I've said, because of the reasons previously stated. It suits my playstyle. The first attachment we're going to have is laser sight. This is good because it increases your accuracy by 2. As you can see, if I go on something else it goes down, which is always, you know, a nice bonus, especially for something that's a bit like more of a long range weapon. Because even though it says its range is only 7, because it's burst fire, I think it fires a burst of 4. I'm not sure if it, I don't think it says. Does it say? Yeah, 4 bursts. It's basically, because it's not fully auto, and you know, you're not hot, you know, spamming all your bullets or whatever, it's easier to get shots at range and be accurate with it. So yeah, so we're going to put on that. It's doubly good as well, the laser sight, because at close range the IMR can struggle a tiny bit compared to other weapons because it's burst fire. I mean, you can press it really quickly, the burst, you know, between the bursts, so you can shoot really quickly, but still it's not quite as fast as like a fully auto assault rifle. Right, next we're going to go with silencer. This basically, this class is, as I say, it's going to be, this is more my stealthy sort of class, so it's going to be a lot harder for the average player to see me. So I'm going to put suppressor on, and I put it on this one because the IMR's got really good damage, and basically even with the suppressor it's a 2 round burst kill. Yeah, so 2 bursts will kill pretty much anyone outright as long as you hit center mass. And you don't always necessarily have to have both bursts hit center mass. So if you get one in the arm, one in center mass, you still might kill them. So it's pretty good, and it's probably the best weapon to have with a silencer, just because of its power. Right, the next we've got foregrip, and basically I think it's just like, you know, indicative of this game, but every weapon is just better with foregrip pretty much. Really helps you keep your accuracy, it lowers the recoil, you know, it seems to improve range. Pretty much everything is improved with foregrip on most guns, especially assault rifles. And that's another point, assault rifles in this game compared to all the other weapons are way OP. They should probably bring up all the weapons to meet the standards. I mean, the SMGs aren't very good in this either, so like I'd buff a bunch of the other weapons, but yeah. Right, so let's go. I've not put a secondary yet. You might like if that's sort of your style to put a handgun on, that, you know, that's fair dues, but I don't really bother with it. It doesn't really, you know, personally I prefer to run scavenger. So anyway, so perks, we've gone for 2 here. Like I said, this is stealth. Again, I just love lightweight on pretty much everything, especially in this game. So I put lightweight on almost all my classes. As I said, we're going to be stealthy with this, so I've also got a UAV on so we can keep hidden. And then I've got fast hands, which is really quite useful for this weapon because it seems to have a really slow reload in general. I know you can double tap and lose your ammo, which isn't again such a big deal if you've got scavenger, but I don't like to do that too often, because you really like just spew out ammo if you're not careful. So I've gone with fast hands. Again, I could understand if you want to go try something else, like peripherals would probably be a good one if you didn't want fast hands. If you prefer to use the double tap. And then next we've gone with blast suppressor, and this is kind of a must-have on this game if you want to stay low profile. If you're playing a game like Domination or Kill Confirm, maybe where it's just crazy and it doesn't necessarily matter if you show up so much on the map, then you could easily go for something else. But in general, I like to put blast suppressor on most, if not all, my classes. Okay, we'll put on scavenger next, like I discussed earlier. Basically, again, I like to put scavenger on not all of my classes, obviously, but quite a lot of my classes. It's just that way you're never running out of ammo. If you wanted to build up a high kill streak, scavenger is kind of a must-have. You can run around picking up secondary weapons, but I find a lot of the time when you go around picking up secondary weapons, you end up getting killed and stuff, because you sort of end up looking out for them and you run off to get one, and then you get caught napping. Okay, I haven't put an XO on ability on either of my classes, because I've kind of come to the conclusion that these are just a matter of style over substance. There's only a few of them that are good. Probably about half of them are good, and the other half are just literally useless, and there's no point in having them. So in general, I think they're probably a waste if you pick 13, and like I said, style over substance. I do like to have an XO launcher thingamy-bob, but I've skipped it on this one, so no XO launchers. In terms of score streaks, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the score streaks in this game. Some of them are pretty good. Care package as usual, does what it says on the tin. Remote turret, the good thing about that is you can put it on support, so if you're having a shit game, you can just whack that on and it's not going to be such an issue. System hack is pretty good actually, and maybe a little OP in general, because it really confuses you and messes up your screen. Some of the others are good, but in general, I'm not particularly blown away, pun intended, by any of the kill streaks there, or score streaks, whatever you want to call them. So this is my class 1, and this is like a stealthy sort of class. Okay, so let's check out number 2. Number 2 is the HBRa3. This is also a beastly weapon. This is my rushing weapon. This is my push forward, not care so much about staying low profile. This is the sort of thing you want to use for perhaps domination or something. So this gun's pretty beastly. It's not got quite as good a range as the what's it called, IMR? Yeah, IMR. But in general, it's got decent range and is pretty beastly. It's quite powerful. So we've gone with red dot sight because the iron sights on this are just pretty obtrusive. I mean, they're not real, they're not ridiculously bad, but I'm really not a fan of the iron sights on this. Again, foregrip, everything's better with foregrip. It's simple. Stock, so you can basically get, so you can move around and aim faster and stuff while ADSing and stuff. And like I said, if you're going to be rushing, any little advantage there that you can get with a twitch shootout is preferable. Lightweight, again, love lightweight, and we're going to be rushing, so lightweight's the way to go. And fast hands, because I like to be able to reload quick personally, like I said, and double tapping's okay. Again, like I said, you want to switch that out, it's not an issue, but I like to not use the double tap reload too much. So blast suppressor, again, it's just the way to go in this game in general. I like to have scavenger on, so I'll put that on again. Again, we've missed out the XO ability and the secondary, because I'm not really a fan of secondaries in general, and the XO abilities, like I say, don't really blow me away. If you want to go with an XO ability, I'd probably go on this class with overclock, so you can rush to the objectives faster and what have you. And on the other one, I'd probably go with cloak, because like I said, you want it to be low profile with the IMR. I put a launcher on because if this is for domination and objective modes, you want to help clear out rooms and stuff. So I put Semtex on because it's just the fire and forget weapon. I like to run stun in general sometimes, because it's good for interference. But the problem with that is, to activate it manually you have to double tap square, and that's the same as like quick reload, so that can be confusing, so I don't like to run that too much. As for score streaks or kill streaks, we've got UAV again. Oh, I should show you what I've put on. I've put on Scrambler, extra assist points, because that will help you get to your next kill streak or whatever quicker, and I put the UAV on support. For this one I've got I've put on assist points again, just because it's a great way to help level up, keep getting assist points off these things. Extra time, and like I said, the system hack is just OP. So these are pretty much my like 2 best class setups. This is what I go with. That's for like team deathmatch and stuff like that, and that's for things like domination. So if I was forced to pick my favourite weapon, I'd go for the IMR. That's my favourite weapon overall, but I do appreciate the HBRa3 if I can get my worms out, because it's pretty beastly, especially up close. So yeah, these are pretty much my favourite 2. I'll just show you actually what I've got on the other score streak. I've not put assist points on this one because, as you can see, I've not got a second score streak. So there's not a huge deal of it in putting assist points on, unless you're trying to gain XP. Like say if it's a double XP weekend, it'll be a good idea to put it on. So instead of put on extra time, I've got enemy direction, because that's always a good thing to have. You could also have threat detection, but that's an extra 100. So yeah, but in general, these are my best class setups. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more BS of a similar nature. Thank you and goodbye.